Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. Or if you're interested in more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot. She's read you as well. Thank you. I'll be starting by pulling your current or overall energy. And then we'll go into clarifiers. There's one in there that's, yeah. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Oh, wow. I split the deck, and there's the card that I need to flip back over immediately. That makes it easy. Oh, cool. Very cool. Let's see. Okay. Goodness, Capricorn. What's going on? Goodness. What's going on? Jeez. This one's heavy, but jumping into this, I kind of feel like at the same time I feel like you're aware of this to a certain point or to a certain extent, just based off how you start this off with how this kind of, in a sense, ends. Doesn't end there, but is kind of energetically where it stops. You show me right away that you are fully dedicated and committed to moving forward with the situation. That being said, you're also saying that there is something you need to kind of personally address within yourself about your emotions and your thoughts. So even though you are dedicated and committed, fully 100% on board with something, there's also something here you are kind of personally and internally processing and working through, which I do see is pointing in the direction of possibly some type of financial endeavor that you're working on or putting together for yourself. It feels like you're gathering everything, kind of bringing everything together. And then at the same time, you're also kind of focusing on some type of plan. Not too sure exactly what is going on, but unfortunately there is this Three of Swords in the middle of this entire energy. So whatever's going on, it is deeply personal. It's also deeply painful. So much so that even following this pain, I feel like, yes, on one sense, you are focused on acknowledging this and healing from this, but it also feels like there's still so much that is unclear, uncertain here with what to think or how to kind of move forward with it or from it. That being said, there is an opportunity that opens up for you, which you are emotionally interested in as well as invested in. At the same time, again, there is more energy here about not knowing exactly what to think or what direction to go. It is definitely an energy of feeling confused, overwhelmed. You got a lot going on. But one thing is for sure, your heart is definitely in this. So let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers and see what we can kind of find here. Your heart's in it, but your mind is also kind of taking you this way, taking you that way. And you're doing the best you can to kind of work with it. So let's see. Yeah. Okay, so what you're saying is you're definitely dedicated to making changes. But those changes in and of itself, you don't know exactly how things are going to turn out or what the result is going to be. Um, you're kind of saying you know you need to make changes at the same time. It's kind of saying you're having to work with a very difficult, how do I say this? A very difficult status. Your status. You know you got to make changes, but it's almost like these changes aren't necessarily making your status better. It's almost like maintaining it. And I'm like, okay, well, that right there is, I was going to say that right there is definitely a pretty deep message in and of itself. You're kind of like, whatever these changes are that I do make, it's sort of like it doesn't better anything in the typical sense of betterment, but it's changes. It's kind of like changes are changes, but whether it adds more value or increases things or not, you're ultimately saying like, I'm not too sure where I'm at with this. So you're beginning to kind of question whatever these changes are that you're considering or possibly are making. You're searching. What I like about this energy though is you're searching within yourself for the sake of understanding, for the sake of knowing. You're saying, okay, I'll ask myself, what's going on? Where am I at with all this? How do I feel about it? What do I think about it? Let me make sense of all this and kind of keep moving forward. Yeah, you're working on putting something together, but even then, there's that energy of, I'm not too sure where I'm at emotionally with it. It's a work, whatever this is definitely a work in progress. Mm-hmm. Goodness. Goodness. Yeah. Yeah, you're trying to have something move forward. You're trying to have things work and move forward, but you can't quite help but reconsider like what you may have used to do or have done in the past. Um, yeah, it feels like a little bit of torn between the past and torn between trying to move forward into the future. And unfortunately, you're having to kind of address everything in the present. It's like, well, I got to deal with this now, but I have to kind of consider it then, and then. Yeah, it's a bit of a juggle. Yeah, nice energy though. Nice energy. I like that. That's a nice energy. You're saying painful, frustrating, yes. Possibly heartbreaking, yes. But you're also saying, I'm going to choose to focus on healing this, healing myself for the sake of understanding my own clarity. Nice. Very nice. And then I'm a little curious as to what goes on then, because something goes on. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's something. That's something. This is a very difficult position to be in. I don't know why, Capricorn. Yes, Capricorn. I'm like, yes. Very difficult position to be in. There's so much confusion here. So there's even a consideration of, do you actually need to even kind of like reach out for help, ask someone for help, advice, guidance, counseling? I don't exactly know. But whatever this collaborative energy is that I feel like is in consideration, it is definitely for the sake of financial abundance and increased wealth, more status. But at the same time, I'm like, is this something you truly want to kind of move towards and consider or go for or not? Okay, nice. Whatever this opportunity is that you open up for yourself, that's something that definitely caused you to feel confident. Okay, so things are looking up. Then what goes on? There you are, Capricorn. There you are. Yeah. Wow. Yep. A little bit interesting. Yeah, that I definitely feel that. This is an energy of you've kind of discovered something here, and because of that, you're emotionally doubling down on this energetically. You're highly focused on it, that's for sure. Even you're showing me here's an opportunity, but I have to kind of control or contain myself. And even go figure, even when you're controlling yourself, containing yourself, it's almost to the point of so much self-control that it almost feels like resistance. It's kind of like if I have to control myself this badly for, I don't know, I want to eat a cheeseburger and I've been obsessing about a cheeseburger all day. Control, 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 control. Guess what? You've created a sense of that devil energy because you've controlled yourself so tightly. Now you can't stop thinking about a cheeseburger. And now that self-control became obsession. Yeah. Um, or unhealthy or possibly toxic. Like I said, it's an energy of if you feel like you have to control yourself or watch yourself that closely, what's kind of hiding there? What's lurking there? Jeez, 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 jeez. Yeah, you're ultimately kind of saying, goodness, 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 goodness. You're ultimately saying you're not too sure exactly what path or route to take for the sake of stability and a foundation. Excuse me. That's interesting. One thing is for sure, though, you definitely want that financial abundance and security. Excuse me with the burps. But at the same time, I'm a little curious as to see how you kind of handle this opportunity because it's right there. It is definitely right there, and you're kind of holding on to it. But what are you going to do with it? That's what I'm wondering. It's there, but what are you going to do? Are you going to walk through that door and find out where the path takes you, or you can kind of take a little bit more time and process and think about it? I don't know. But of course, if you are dealing with anyone, we do have Capricorn energy, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, and Cancer. Goodbye.